Hey guys, I wanted to hop in here to release a quick video about my thoughts regarding DC's newest film, The Batman. Now, I'm a fan of Batman, certainly, but I wouldn't describe myself as a connoisseur of the character. I've seen most of the live-action Batman films and the animated series, but I haven't read any of the comics, so I'm not incredibly well-versed. However, from the opening section of this film, you'll know what I'm referring to if you've seen it. I got the sense that Matt Reeves' 3-hour epic would be the most comic booky outing we've seen in live action. As someone who loves films such as Zodiac and Seven, the tone of Batman hit on every single cylinder possible, from the grittiness of Gotham City streets to the reserved persona of Pattinson's portrayal. Ooh, the reserved persona of Pattinson's portrayal. I like that. The Batman just did it for me. The main plot, which follows Batman as he works to uncover a crime plot helmed by the Riddler, remains consistently entertaining while introducing a plethora of characters such as Catwoman, Gordon, and the Penguin, and establishing Gotham as the shithole it's always said to be. The acting in this film is freaking awesome. There isn't one performance that I felt paled in comparison to another. I didn't feel anyone stole the show, which worked really well in making the world feel more real. Pattinson was great as both Batman and Bruce Wayne, which I know has been a topic of controversy recently. Kravitz does an incredible job at portraying a damaged and reclusive Catwoman. Jeffrey Wright brings probably the best live-action iteration of Gordon to life, and Paul Dano unsurprisingly killed it as the Riddler. Another aspect I feel deserves major commemoration is the music. I really, really love this score. Michael Giacchino, he just did No Way Home. He did Rogue One. There isn't much I can dig into, being how I know nothing about music, but it just complements the tone so well. It adds so much to the world. You feel like you're really immersed. It's just like this music helps you transport yourself into the gloomy, dark Gotham that this film takes place in. I want to keep this review relatively short, so I'm not going to drone on for much longer, but the things I loved about this film, summarized, are as follows. The tone, the music, the acting, the costumes, the set design, the cinematography, the story, and the world. Everything about these high points were very, very high for me. Now, the one thing I didn't absolutely adore was the pacing. In a film as long as this one, it makes sense that there be moments where the story takes a breather. I've seen some other people say that the film's pacing is actually one of its biggest strengths, so I feel I should give some reason as for why I feel it didn't completely work for me. The film early on establishes a very specific tone. To remain spoiler-free, I won't go too deep into what that tone is, but as I said earlier, the tone was something I felt worked very well. The moments that dropped off, which seemed to happen into the third act, were moments where the narrative underwent tonal shifts very quickly. There were scenes that had a very different goal in mind set against the backdrop of the rest of the film. Does this mean that these moments or scenes are bad? No, not at all. However, only having seen the movie once but wanting eagerly to see it again, the scenes felt a bit jarring and took me out of the world a little bit. However, this was only a small issue. The scenes that left me wanting more were minute in comparison to the many scenes that left my jaw dropped. Overall, I really, really, really enjoyed The Batman. As someone who's starting to grow very weary of modern day comic book movie culture, this one's really a breath of fresh air. So go check it out. I bet most of you have, but I'll give it a 9 out of 10.